Hi, everyone, and welcome to our CXpert LinkedIn Live series, where our expert NICErs review exciting CX1 highlights. My name is Avital Cohen. I've been at NICE for over 11 years now across multiple products on-prem and cloud, and my background is computer engineering. And currently, I lead the NICE CX1 Supervisor product management team, and my passion is providing innovative, customer-focused solutions that drive meaningful impact like the one I'll share with you today, which is uncovering the impact that a supervisor has on the overall success of a contact center. But first, let me begin by framing the problem a bit more clearly. So, in today's reality, the performance of a supervisor is most of the time based solely on on the performance of their agents, how well they performed, their average handles time, and their adherence, and so forth. And while this approach does offer some insight into how well a supervisor manages their team, it doesn't capture the full picture. It gives only a limited view of their actual impact. In fact, a lot of the things that supervisors do in their day to day work is simply being overlooked in this kind of approach. What about all the other contributions to their team, such as their coaching efforts, their real time assistance in critical interactions, and their overall support of the team? There is a significant gap here of assessing the true effectiveness of supervisors on the contact center's success. And the real question is, how can this be determined? How can we accurately measure a supervisor's performance in ways that effectively capture their full impact, in addition to how they're being traditionally measured by their agents' KPIs? Well, I'm happy to say we have the solution. With CXone Supervisor's brand new Insights Workspace, we now offer complete visibility into unprecedented data and insights. It's part of the CXone Empower Copilot for Supervisors offering, which is based on AI-driven engines that consolidate data from billions of interactions across the contact center to empower organizations to deliver exceptional CX. And this also includes a section dedicated to supervisor impact metrics, assessing the performance of a supervisor for the first time ever. And what exactly will this include? Let's go ahead and see. Firstly, we have our monitoring frequency widget, which provides visibility into the amount of times a supervisor monitored their agents. And this includes voice monitoring, where they tap into the call in real time to hear what the agent and customer are speaking about. It also includes the supervisor's digital monitoring for when supervisors see in real time the textual exchange between the agent and the customer. And lastly, it also includes screen monitoring, which is where the supervisors can view what the agents are actually doing on their screens. All of these monitoring actions are driven by one key reason, which is to verify that agents are doing what they should be doing. And the frequency in which supervisors engage in these monitoring actions reveals just how much of their time is dedicated to ensuring best practices are consistently being followed. And how interesting is it to see, like shown here on the graph, how the frequency of these monitoring sessions compares to other supervisors in the organization? Are they doing it more often than the peers, less often? And then on top of that data, Copilot also generates interesting insights, which can be toggled through in this slider, showing personal trends compared to previous period and average duration of the monitoring sessions and much more. All of this is to visualize to the supervisor how much effort they put in when it comes to supervising their agents in real time. But then what happens if during this passive monitoring session, supervisors witness an issue that they'd like to help out with? The tools available as part of the CX1 Supervisor Suite enable them to coach the agent while the live interaction is taking place, which means they can discreetly guide the agent without the customer even being aware of it. Alternatively, supervisors can also choose to join the interaction to effectively become an active participant in a conference style engagement where they can directly engage with the customer to provide their help. And these two actions, the coach and the join, is what we also call intervention actions, where the supervisor actually steps in. Which brings me to the next widget, the intervention impact widget. And as its name suggests, it highlights the effectiveness of that real time assistance on the interaction's outcome, offering a clear view of the value provided by supervisors through their support. It does this by measuring key KPIs at two critical junctures. The first is when the supervisor initiates that intervention action, and the second is at the very end of the interaction with the customer. By comparing these two values, it calculates the change in order to assess the impact of the supervisor's assistance. For example, here you can see how the customer sentiment KPI is being measured and compared. It visualizes how many intervention sessions resulted in an improved sentiment, which are marked in green, which is the preferred outcome, of course, and how many resulted in declined sentiment or no change in sentiment whatsoever. And on top of that, Copilot also generates valuable insights to reveal trends and comparison with peer supervisors, highlighting their contributions on a broader scale. And lastly, with the Reskill Outcomes widget, Copilot finally sheds light into the impact supervisors have when it comes to Q SLAs. Now, many supervisors invest considerable time and effort in continuously balancing the queue loads of incoming interactions to the call center. And they achieve this by dynamically reassigning agent skills to ensure coverage wherever needed. However, despite this intensive and very stressful nature of this work, the results of their efforts have never been effectively visualized or acknowledged in any way. Not until now, that is. With the Reskill Outcomes widget, supervisors can now see the results of their ad hoc reskilling. It illustrates how many skills out of all of those that were out of SLA have improved directly as a result of actions that they took. And again, showing trends and insights on top of that data as well. Having this groundbreaking visibility into the supervisor's direct contribution, which goes beyond the traditional agent KPIs, triggers a slew of benefits to the contact center. Organizations can finally have a fuller picture of a supervisor's impact through these supervisor centric metrics, which then creates a higher sense of accountability and ownership among supervisors. As they become more aware of their contributions, they are more likely to strive for excellence, which in turn trickles down, motivating the agents to perform better as well, which ultimately leads to improved CX. And who doesn't want that? As we draw to a close, I do want to highlight that what you saw today is just a small fraction of a more comprehensive offering, the Copilot for Supervisors, which is designed to redefine the supervisor role as we know it. If you're curious to learn more, please go ahead and check out the nice.com website to request a demo. It's been a pleasure being here today and hope to see you again in our next LinkedIn Live event. Thank you.